हाय नमस्कार, मैं प्रवीण सिंह आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं अपने इस वीडियो में। और इस वीडियो फिर से रिलेट करती है जीएसटी के ऊपर। ए वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग जीएसटी इशू वाज रिसेंटली एग्जामिन्ड बाय द गुजरात हाई कोर्ट इन द केस ऑफ श्री अंबिका ऑटो सेल्स एंड सर्विसेज वर्सेस Union of India. So let me begin with a simple question that many GST professionals and business owners may relate to. Suppose while filing your GST return, you may make a genuine clerical mistake. Maybe a wrong figure is entered in GSTR 1 or GSTR 3B. Later, you realize the mistake and want to correct it. Now think about this. Should a taxpayer suffer permanently for that mistake, or should the law allow correction, especially when there is no loss to the revenue to the government? So this was exactly the issue before the Gujarat High Court. In this case, the taxpayer Shree Ambica Auto Sales and Service had filed its GST return. However, during the filing process, a bona fide clerical error occurred in the reporting of GST details. When the taxpayer later attempted to correct the mistake, the problem was not the intention but the technical limitation of GST portal. Due to procedural restriction and time limit, the correction could not be made on the portal. Because of this, the taxpayer approached the High Court seeking permission to rectify the error. And while examining the matter, the court looked into the relevant provision of the Central Goods of Services Tax, particularly section 37, which deals with furnishing details of outward supplies, and section 39, which deals with filing of GST returns. The court also considered the broader objective of the GST framework. GST is meant to ensure accurate reporting and proper tax collection, not to impose harsh consequences for genuine human errors. The key question before the court was quite important. Should a taxpayer be allowed to correct a bona fide mistake in GST returns, even after the stated time limit has expired, particularly when the correction does not result in any loss to the loss to the government? So, to answer this question, or to answer this question, the court examined the factual aspects very carefully. It looked into whether the mistake was genuinely clerical, whether there was any intention to evade tax, and whether allowing the correction would affect government revenue. So these three factors Honorable Court has examined, and after reviewing the records, the court observed that the GST system should not operate in a way that punishes taxpayer for inadvertent errors. If the mistake is genuine and correcting it does not cause any revenue loss, denying the opportunity to rectify it would be unfair. And accordingly, the Honorable Gujarat High Court held that bona fide error in GST returns should be allowed to be rectified, particularly when the correction does not lead to any revenue loss to the government. This judgment is very significant for the businesses and GST professionals because return filing errors are quite common in practice. Sometimes these mistakes happen due to data entry issues, reconciliation gaps, or system limitations. When portal restrictions prevent correction, such error can lead to a serious compliance disputes. What this decision highlights is that genuine mistakes should not automatically be treated as a tax evasion. And from a compliance perspective, business should still adopt certain safeguards. It is always advisable to have a strong internal review mechanism before filing GST return. Proper reconciliation between invoices, books of accounts, and GST returns can significantly reduce such error. And if a genuine mistake is discovered later on, business should attempt rectification at the earliest possible stage where portal restriction make correction impossible. Legal remedies may still be available. So the broader takeaway from this judgment is quite clear. GST law should encourage accurate reporting and fair compliance, not to punish taxpayers for bona fide mistakes where there is no intention to evade tax and no loss to government revenue. Thanks folks for watching the video till the end. Thank you very much.